Hi there, this is Dianne Hanks with Makeover Sessions. I am doing this as a special request from Steff from Denmark, so thank you for your patience, Steff, and if you guys have a special request, please don't hesitate to ask me. If I feel qualified to respond, I would be delighted, so please feel free. She asked me if I would talk about earlobes, the care of earlobes, and the different kinds of earrings, backs, and like metals for your ears if you get allergic. So that's what I'm going to talk about real briefly. And I've got to do it briefly because I've taped this twice before and I keep going over time, so let me just pick it up, okay? You know, throughout history, earlobes have been a very interesting spot for self-expression, and we find ourselves in no different spot today in the United States. What you have seen with earlobe stretching, that has been a tribal thing for centuries in other countries, and I just want to add a little caution about that sort of thing. I personally do not advocate such a thing, and as you are a young person, you know, you've got to remember the span of your life, and when you do something that's so permanent like that, I can't see anything but regret when you're an elderly woman. Remember, the life expectancy brings you into your 80s and 90s today's, and stuff that you do as a decision when you're a teenager, remember it has a consequence. So if you want to be an 80 or 90-year-old with stretched earlobes, whatever, that's your choice, I guess. But just a little voice of wisdom here, I hopefully will just give you another, if you decide to do that, you know, maybe you might think twice. And I'm just saying, because I was a teenager too, and in this earring I have 3 piercings in this one, and I have 2 in this one, and one of these was done like, oh hey, let's go pierce our ear. Okay. But anyway, I think this is my personal opinion. I think one nice pair of earrings that are not too far down so they don't rip is plenty to enhance your look. And you know, my personal philosophy and my offering here at YouTube is one of modesty and not too extreme. So if you disagree with my particular take on things, my goal is to enhance your natural beauty, not to call attention to something that's very extreme or garish. And if that is you, then that is your personal choice, and I do respect that. But what I'm bringing is just a natural enhancement to who you are, okay? That being said, I would like to talk about earlobes, you know, in general. It seems to be a nice little spot to you know, squeeze, or you know, some people like to nibble them, and interestingly enough, those are one of the spots that, and your nose, that continues to grow. Your earlobes and your nose that do continue to grow. And I remember my great-grandmother really had large earlobes, and I was a little girl when I would look up at her and she'd be like, oh, you know, and her earlobes would wobble, and I'd be like, wow, it was like a very distinguishing feature. So just so you know, they're going to get larger. So be careful about the choices you make today, because when you get older, they will continue to grow. Okay, now this brings me to the next segment here, which is the different types of backs of earrings. And this is the first type. I have, I think, 5 types I want to show you. This is a little hinge stick, and it moves up and down like this, and then you hook it in a little groove there. I know that's hard to see, and you snap it in place. And this is not bad, but it does move around when you're trying to put it in, so it really helps if you do have a mirror for that. And these are good because you never lose the back. It's connected to it. So this is that. And here's another example of those, that kind, where this moves, this part moves, and then you snap it in place. All right, the next type is probably your more traditional one, which is the stick, like the stud stick thing. And that one, you just pop it in place and have a back to it. The bigger the back, the more secure that it will make it. on the back, especially if you're going to wear a little bit longer or a little bit more heavy one. I am going to include a link to a website that does have a little product if you have a torn earlobe, and how to have your earrings not be sagging. And also it also has a resource on there to repair but with surgery if that's a problem that you have. So here's this one. It's just a little stud, and I have another example of that same kind, but it's such a different look of an earring that please don't forget about the cool parts about enhancing your outfit and expressing your personality with a lovely pair of earrings. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so the next kind that I've got is, it's kind of like a lure, almost, a fishing lure. And actually, this one even looks like a fishing lure, doesn't it? It swings open, like that, and then you put it in your earlobe. And this one, it's kind of hard to get in, I have found, but once you get it in and it just snaps closed, and that's nice too, because then you won't lose that earring. Alright, the last two are my favorite because they're the easiest, and it's just a hook like that, and you slide this little plastic back onto it. See that? And that's so you won't lose it. You could get by without that little plastic thing, but you might lose it, and then you'll be sad because you only have one of your favorite little pair of earrings, and that has happened to myself. It's happened to my sister and lots of my customers. So here's another example of that hook with a little plastic sleeve. Aren't those lovely? I love those earrings. Okay, now I'm saving the best for last, the best back. Not so much the best earring, but the best back. I love this back. It's a little lever back, and you just pop that open, and here's the stick that goes inside your ear right here. And if you look at it, it doesn't move. It's very stiff, and that's what makes it real easy to put in. So you just pop it in there like that and close it. It's so easy. That's my favorite back to it. Now, sometimes you may have certain allergies to metals, and that is me. I am so sensitive to metals. This brand of jewelry that I use, and I have used for the last 2 years, I never ever have trouble with that. The metal here is, the silver is rhodium, which is a platinum derivative, and also the yellow gold, which is 14 to 18 karat gold. It's not solid. It's 8 to 11 mil thick. It's electronically bonded to jeweler's brass. So it's a nice thick layer of that, and that's why I never get allergy reactions to it. If you have a pair of earrings that you love, and it's just like a cheap metal, like I found these digging through my box here, and I actually can wear these for a couple hours, but you can do that. You can limit it for like a little 2-hour expiration time on that. You can also paint these with a clear nail polish, or you can get they have these like little plastic sleeves that they sell, which is especially great for this kind with the stud. And you just pop that in the little plastic one, and then the plastic one will go through and secure with the back of it. So hopefully that is enough information at the moment about earlobes and making wise decisions when you're doing something permanent, and the different kinds of the backs, and to really take advantage of the beauty of earrings to enhance your personality and your wardrobe. Thank you for watching. I'm Dianne Hanks.